So I was trying to think how I could come up with something that represents the word sunlit, but at the same time is more of an abstract landscape. I used this photo that I took from my deck overlooking the bay. I used the reference of the distant hills, and when it's low tide you see some interesting textures here. In order to get the textures that I want, I'm using some granulating colors. I've got raw sienna, Blue Apatite Genuine by Daniel Smith, Burnt Umber by Winsor Newton, Azo Yellow, Daniel Smith, and I may use this Alvaro's Fresco Grey, which is like a sort of blue-grey. I'm going to spritz the paper with my bottle that creates droplets, uneven droplets on the paper. And I'm going to start off by painting a sky area and putting a little bit of raw sienna in there to get the light, which is coming from this side here. And I'm going to use the Blue Apatite Genuine, and I want that to just be very pale. I'm going to take my palette knife and go into the neat Blue Apatite Genuine and just represent these hills that are on the other side of the bay. And then I'm going to use the brighter Azo Yellow, but I want to not make it too thick. And I'm going to just fill in this area here so we can get sort of where the sunlight is hitting that, and I'm going to add a little bit of raw sienna into that just to pick up on the raw sienna that's in the sky. And then I'll take some more Blue Apatite Genuine, but I want to keep it a little paler here. And I'm going to add in some burnt umber underneath here. Now I want to get textures, and I've got some nice texture there in the Blue Apatite Genuine, but I want a little bit more texture, so I'm going to take my palette knife with some neat burnt umber and add the texture in like that. And I'm going to do the same down here with a mixture of the Blue Apatite Genuine, and I also want to add in some of the Fresco Grey. And I'm liking what's going on here. I want it a bit darker here, so I'm just scared about adding in too much to start off with. And this is one way of getting texture, by using a palette knife and neat paint onto the surface. The sky is going to dry a little bit light, so I think I want to go back in with some diluted Blue Apatite Genuine and some more raw sienna. And I want some texture in the yellow here. Just putting my palette knife in the thick paint straight out of the tube of the Blue Apatite Genuine and getting some texture that way. And I'm going to take my vegetable knife. People always ask what I use to make lines in my paintings, and basically it's just a vegetable knife that are from the kitchen. I don't want to overdo it because we've got a lot of texture going here. I think I'm going to put some burnt umber down here also. Neat burnt umber too, just with the palette knife, just to carry that down here. And I think I might actually just try, because I could always get rid of it, is putting a little bit of raw sienna into this yellow. But there, maybe too many lines then, so let's just get rid of that. Have it more of the as a yellow by itself. I want to make this area a little darker also. And I have to be careful now not to overdo it, because I like the texture that I've got there. Okay, I'm not going to do any more than that. And I want, I think, a little bit of the fresco grey in here also. And I'm doing it with a brush. I think the sky still needs a little more yellow, because remember, this always dries much lighter. I might just drop a little bit of azo in there as well. I'm sort of happy with what's going on there. Just blend this in. So I just have to let this dry now and see if it needs more attention. The painting's now dry, and I don't think I need to really do anything more. If I do, I'll probably start overworking it. But I'm happy with this, and all it needs now is a nice mat to finish it off. So thanks for watching. If you want to see how other artists have interpreted this prompt, then be sure to check the description below my video. I've created some links to pages where you can see all those taking part in this monthly challenge. And please don't forget to support World Watercolor Month by visiting worldwatercolormonth.com. The link is in the description below my video. It's a really worthy cause. 100% of the profits goes to the International Child Art Foundation. So have fun joining in the challenge, or just having a look at what other artists are doing with the challenge. And I'll see you next time.